Hey, Peter, what time is it?
Yeah, it's Christmas time.
It's Christmas time, which means it's time for our 2022 Travelin' Young Christmas beer tasting.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. But you had this idea a couple weeks ago. You said, Josh, why don't we not do this in your living room, which I think is comfortable, but
No.
What did you say?
Yeah, so let's try and do something else. Let's mix it up. Let's go where the beer comes from, and everybody knows that's food.
That's-
At least any brewery. So let's try it. Something else.
So you contacted Eddie at Midtfyns Bryghus, and he was 100% in. He said 200. He was actually probably like 959% in. He was. I mean, it was. Yeah, he's super fun, and I'm very pumped to go there. We're going right now. We're gonna drive to Odense. We're gonna hang out with Eddie for the day. We're gonna drink some beer, and we thankfully got Miranda to drive us back.
With a mess.
So we got that covered, and there we go. It's it. Yeah. Our third annual. This is our third time.
Let's go.
What do you always say?
Yeah, too much talking, too little beer.
Yes, all right. Let's do this.
All right.
On this week's Travelin' Young.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the 2022
Christmas beer
beer tasting. Yes, this is very exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah, because we're not in my living room.
No.
I feel like you haven't seen this, but we basically shot my living room in every possible angle.
Is that right?
Yeah,
so there's
there's no more angles left. So now
Yes.
we've gone to food.
new location.
location.
But I have seen the videos, and they are very nice. Nice living room.
Yeah. Thanks. So here we are, and why don't you introduce yourself, because we have a special guest, which is something we'll continue.
Yeah, but my name is Eddie. I own a little brewery in Denmark called Midtfyns Bryghus, or Midtfyns Brewery. American, been living in Denmark almost 30 years, and had the brewery now. We had our 16-year anniversary the 1st of November this year.
Very exciting.
Yes.
And thank you so much for welcoming
Always
us
welcome.
here to... all right, well, I'll be here next weekend.
Yeah, man. Hey, we do this every week. Every week.
And we are... Peter, I'm doing all the talking.
Yeah.
Anything...
that's fine.
I'm
just thinking our old motto, too much talking, too little beer.
Yes,
I
not
feel like
enough
now we're
drinking.
going straight to the point.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And
But one thing that really struck me, because I've been looking forward to this visit, and Eddie, thank you for welcoming us here.
Sure.
Just walking in here, the door was open, and we couldn't see. It was like, this is heaven. This is where I want to get locked up.
the smell when we walked in.
As we say in the business, I have enough friends, because if you have beer on the tanks, you always have friends. Yes.
Let's see if you dare call us your friend.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. You're already our friend.
Yeah, exactly. Good friend.
All right, well,
Now,
ready to begin?
I'm ready
Yes,
to begin. Well, I can't wait to see what we're going to taste.
This is what we're going to start with?
Yep.
Yes, Tisted.
Peter, would you like to...
Of course. Yeah. So Tisted, Julebryg. So I would say a light Christmas beer. Almost like a lager. Let's try and see if it's a good start. And Tisted, you have a thing with like geography, right?
I mean, as a non-Dane, I like traveling the country when we do these. And so this is basically as far as you can get from Copenhagen and still be in... it's not. I guess this is further away than Bornholm.
Yeah.
I would say from Copenhagen. So I like getting on the extreme in northern Western Jutland here for Tisted. Yes. And we started with something light because this is going to get heavier and heavier.
Exactly.
As we go.
This is. I'm thinking a good beer for the Danish lunch. The focused.
Yeah.
A little bit of schnapps and a little bit of beer and a good food.
Yeah. And I needed my beer hat, so now it's there.
There you go.
Beautiful
Cheers.
color.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Skål. Cheers.
Skål, the first of many.
Yeah, skål.
Peter.
The first of many.
I noticed one thing, and that's we're holding the glasses wrong there, Josh. Look at Eddie.
Yes, we need to.
But now you know you're not really, because you have to understand it's a thing. I've been in the wine business. And when you hold it in the wine business, you're always doing this, and but I do it that way because this way I can come up and look at the color, and get my nose just like when we taste wine. and this way I don't warm my beer up either.
By your body temperature. Yeah. So then would you say that you would, if you're just drinking a beer, do you hold it differently versus when we're, But this is more.
Hey, we're on your, I'm on your podcast, man. I want to look like I know what I'm doing. Hey.
Well done.
Actually got a nice mouthfeel, light bitter. It's not over the top. I would not guess it was a Christmas beer. If you served it to me blind, I would go, but then again, what is a Christmas beer? Then we have to define that.
This is a debate we have every
exactly. Because, I'm also one that if some Christmas beers are just so overly spiced and so sweet and blah. So for me, this could be a Christmas beer for the Christmas lunch. It doesn't have to be called a Christmas beer, but I would use it for my schnapps and sill and that kind of stuff. Herring.
I don't.
Herring.
That's
I forgot.
Sill.
No, sill.
That's a bad word.
Sill is a good word.
My trigger word.
No, but sill is a good word. It's fish, herring, but it's also a legged sill.
Then you're
a good-looking girl. This is sill.
If you like herring, you're fully integrated.
I love herring.
So I don't really care for the aroma.
Yeah.
When thanks for these glasses where you can really smell it as you're tasting.
That's a big part of it. Yes.
And I don't really care for the aroma, but the taste is. And I agree. I don't think for me, it doesn't taste Christmassy, but it's definitely a good light afternoon lunch. We didn't discuss the rating system this time, and we don't have our typical magic quadrant.
Should we just take the top three?
That's exactly what we're going to do. But we're going to keep. But because we've only had one,
then it has
this is number one at the moment.
It'll be number two,
and then
maybe number three. But we don't know yet because we don't have the second beer.
That's exactly.
I'll open this one. No, here, let me open.
I'll get this one. Thanks.
That's okay.
So this I have to disclose that I bought 2 bottles or cans, not bottles. One beer, and I already can't tell the difference between a can and a bottle. And I've tasted this already, but it was 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I will say I'm happy to be tasting it again.
Ooh. Sounds promising.
There you go.
Yes.
Tool. And you will never get that right, Josh. But
it's Tool.
Yeah.
Tool.
Yeah, or 2 beers. Wow, the aroma is awesome. But then again, I love hops and fruitiness, man.
See, I'm not a hops fan, but I like fruitiness, and I feel like this is a compromise for me that works.
So every time you and we have beer together, we have that conflict of hops versus non.
Yeah.
And I'm the hops person.
You're the hop.
This is, I think,
the hop head.
I think,
as we say in Danish, humlehu. Hop head. Cheers.
Sours and stuff more lately.
That's the most sour tour I've tasted.
Yeah, because it's actually...
And it comes in sweet first.
Yeah, because it's called a pastry sour with tropical fruit.
You know what? I like it.
Yeah. It's kind of, you can feel the sweetness in the beginning, then when you start getting...
Because I was waiting for the sour that comes in the end.
Kind of...
Actually, this is as we say in Danish, positiv overraskelse.
Yeah.
It's a positive surprise. Because I was thinking I was going to get hit with all the sour, boom.
Yeah.
But you get the sweet first, and I'm trying to put it...
Yeah, it's an interesting mix because the aroma is very hoppy, but all the flavors, I think, kind of neutralize that taste a little bit.
And the fruity, man,
This is...
I like this. Yeah, I understand you like.
And I feel like it's.
I don't know what is the name though. I'm not allowed to. This is no. Don't get me started. But I don't think we're allowed to say this, so we won't do that today
maybe
either.
Santa Goose.
Yeah.
Goose. It's not goose. It's goose. So.
But this I like. This is a surprise. I'm gonna do it already because we know that's number one is always going to be to the left.
Of us.
Yes, is that the way we're going to do it?
Yeah.
The right of you, yes, this way. 1, 2, 3, out.
Yes.
Out. Yes.
This is where we always have to make sure our good friend Peter Schroeder is represented.
Dana Bang and
Peter.
Julebryg.
Yes, and from Midtfyns Bryghus.
Yes, I know it. I know it very well. I know Peter. Hi, Peter. We are ready.
He's a good friend of ours and of the channel, so... we always try one of his beers, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yes. What do we? Don't know. 4.8% for people that are interested.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be also. I'm thinking before I even smell it, taste it. I'm thinking refreshing, light.
Yeah. Nice.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, it's kind of smooth. I think very refreshing and.
Oh.
It's like in the light end, which is what we're still going for.
Yeah, but this is again. This is what I tell people. Christmas is so many different things.
Right.
You know, is it a beer just for a little bit of hygge? You know, us three sitting sharing a beer. Are you serving it with your lunch, fish, food? Is it late at night where you maybe want a Christmas stout to go to sleep, or with, as we say in Danish, natma? You know, so this again is for me as a beer I would definitely use when I'm having my lunch.
Yeah,
you know, this is with the fish. The herring, the fiskefilet, the shrimp, the rejemed, eggemed, you know, this is perfect.
And I think it has
a good flavor.
Yeah, and it has a little bit of Christmassy in it.
Go.
I would say it's not super Christmassy. There's a little bit. I think more than the Tistel had.
Man, the style works for that part of Christmas.
Yeah,
I mean, so I think they do the right thing here. You know, it's also organic. I can see here.
Yeah.
Looks like. Yes, they don't have it on the front. Oh, it's here, there. You couldn't see it, but it's right here. Good job.
Yeah.
Good.
And I think so. Out of the three, this one would land on my Christmas lunch table over the other two, and for the simple fact it's so easy drinkable. It's a nice aroma, nice. Finish.
I mean, if we are on a Christmas theme, this for me is no Christmas.
Yeah.
But man, a warm summer day, you know, on draft, I would be like, yeah, tak. This one I could do for Christmas lunch. This one I could do. But if you ask me which beer I like the best out of all three, I like this one the best out of all three because I think it's very different.
Yeah,
but if I'm still thinking Christmas,
I think this accompanies a meal better. Than this would.
Exactly.
This is like a dessert in itself in a way that you'd sit just drinking this with maybe a little bit of dessert, but
you know, late evening on the terrace. Summer, sun is still just going down, and you have a big bowl of fresh strawberries from Fyn, of course.
Yes.
Jordbær, somebody see it, and then that better. Can you see it?
Yeah. I think
I mean, that would taste really good.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah. I would go here.
Yeah,
more Christmassy.
I would have to give you the Christmassy feel here over otherwise.
But I like this one as well. Definitely.
Man.
So good.
All right.
Exactly. Now we're going to
Julebryg. Can you say that?
Julebryg.
Yeah, not bad. Very good.
We're
actually after a couple of beers, he can almost speak Danish.
Julebryg. I think the secret is drinking and speaking quickly.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Julebryg. This is your neighbor.
Yeah, it's one of my neighbors here on Fyn, the good guys over there.
Yeah, and a couple years ago, their Easter, their Påskebrew was the winner of ours, right? Quite good.
Was that the Fyns Ford?
No. It was the one that has
Easter
the
brew.
Yes. We did have the Fyns Ford the next year, and we weren't as.
He tries to hide it.
We weren't as happy with that one, but the one that had the actual Easter with the bunny on it. And
that
stuff,
was good.
That's super good.
Very Eastery label as well. So I also feel that I think the Christmas season is spreading out to be more of a winter beer season. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, Christmas, we like Christmas because it's a long season. We start delivering in October. 1st of October, we're sending beers out to our distributors and to shops. And it's October, November, December, and then the people are buying them also in January. Yeah, so it's a great season for us. Really good. Without Christmas beer in Denmark, a lot of the craft breweries, we'd be struggling.
Yeah.
About 40% of our sales are in 2.5 months.
Oh, that's
2.5, 3 months.
I didn't know that.
About 3 months.
So I mean,
so September, October, November are 3 big months for us anyway. So January, February, but then the spring up to summer, and then those 3 months are the big ones. And December, you would think it's a huge month, but it's really only the first couple weeks because everything's out there. And then,
and people are probably actually going to.
So that's
a
short, exactly. So. Depends on the
Peter.
All right, sorry.
We're waiting on you, buddy.
I got lost.
Tell me about Julebryg Santa. What do we have here?
It's called Santa.
Whoa.
Nice save, man. He just got very red. You see that? He's almost matches the hat now. Now, what?
This is much darker.
Yeah.
We're definitely moving into the.
Let's see what they write here. Scent is
caramel.
Yeah. I'm not getting a whole lot of description here,
Bailey.
It just says Julebryg. Yeah. So it's got some bitter orange peel, a mild sweetness, malts, hops. Yeah. So let me see. It doesn't say what style of beer it is, but I don't know. And we're just.
And what's the? It's.
The alcohol percent. I didn't.
5 point.
Yeah. This is.
I need my glasses in there.
Yeah. 5.8. You got it.
Oh, that's got this sweetness, I guess.
Wow, this is totally different now. We've gone over to like real malt sweetness.
Yeah. It's good.
We're moving into Christmas.
Yeah, this one they had not dårligt, som man siger.
I mean, I think that's, in my opinion. Again, I always bring this outsider perspective. I never had
a
Christmas beer.
It's funny. It's in the flavor. Not a whole lot of aroma coming from it.
No, there isn't. It can smell a little sweetness.
Yeah.
But this, I feel like Christmas beers are typically heavier. So I feel like we're getting, to me, that's one reason why it's introducing some of the flavors that come with a higher alcohol content and heavier beer that I associate with Danish Christmas beer.
More malted. This is much more malt than the other beers that we've had.
Classic Christmas beer.
Yeah.
Not crazy.
And not overly spiced.
Exactly.
It's not where you're getting too much sweetness or too much spice or anything like this. This is also one, if I was going to that, I know this has become a theme here, the lunch, but on the second half of the lunch, we got the flæskesteg, we got the varm leverpostej, we have the bacon, the meats. Yeah. That's where you start using something like this.
You drink this earlier.
I would start this with the fish, and then I would go over to this for the second half. Where you have some meat to say, we want the meat. Yeah. Got to have the meat, man.
Now I think this
and some sauce.
We had a lot of sauce yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, we did. Yeah, we had our dinner last night. We had a work Christmas dinner last night.
Dana. Oh, did you?
Yes.
Yeah, you had the sauce. Man skal have sauce, and then these. The brune kartoffel. Did you have the brown?
Yeah. No, not yet.
Well, it wasn't the sweet ones. No, it was.
Those.
There were potatoes, but
do you like those? The brune kartoffel, man. Man, they're awesome.
Oh, so good.
Yep. I love Denmark for the brune kartoffel. It's awesome.
So I think we're going to start having debates. Really, now that it was easy when we had 3.
Yeah.
Now it's going to get complicated because I mean I think Christmassy, but if we also consider that, I mean that can elegantly
float out
down
it.
Not because it's a bad beer, but doesn't fit up here.
I think just the word beer, it's just like a great way to drink liquids, right? So I think, no offense to any beer, that one goes out. I think we're on a Christmas trajectory with this one.
Yeah.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough because I think as beers go, I like as we talked about, like there's a place for this and a place for this.
Well, I'm gonna really screw you guys up right now, because if you go after what I think, I mean, my personal preference, if I throw Christmas out the window, this is my number 1, this is my number 2, and this is my number 3. Okay, but I'm going totally backwards, because I know this is Christmas. I can see this, but flavors in my mouth and my style, and it's not because I'm right. Everybody has their favorites, but I would go boom, boom, boom. So the opposite. But I think this is correct with the Christmas.
Yeah. I would agree with you in terms of the beers I like the most.
Yeah.
I would agree with that as well.
Yeah, go boom, 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 and doon.
But you know what, Eddie, and we've been doing this, I don't even know how many times now, but we have like 2 axes for our rating, and one is how good of a beer it is, and the other is how Christmas it is. And this helps us in the direction of finding the exact right beer for our Christmas table.
And I want to say this right now, because as a brewery owner, we have these fine rating sites out there, and you know what? No matter what rating a beer gets, if you enjoy it at that moment, and for you at that moment it's a great beer, it's a great beer. So, I when I first came into business, I was always in the rating, saying, what did they give us on this, and what did they get? And right now, I can only say beep to ratings, because it depends on who you're with, where you're at, what are you eating, what's going on, which changes every single beer. When I tell people that Budweiser is the world's best beer in the world, they're like, you what? But watch this. Americans, 4th of July in the United States, we're at the park. There's grills lined up, smokers. We're playing softball, volleyball. It's 25 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees hot. And we come back, and there's this big bathtub with ice and these little Budweisers going doo 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 doo. On that day, at that minute, world's best beer. But only there.
Yeah.
You do know what I'm saying? So you have to remember that part too. Yeah.
Well, I think that goes along with we'd always people that say they don't like beer, and it's probably because maybe they had a Budweiser at the wrong time. And
Exactly,
I don't like beer,
man.
and I said, okay, you know what? Go outside on a hot day.
Yeah.
Go mow a lawn.
Yeah.
And then walk inside. I guarantee that same beer is going to taste 1,000 times better than it did.
No, exactly. Yeah. Man, I've heard people say to me, in Denmark, I never drink Pilsner anymore. I don't drink Pilsner. And I'm like, what? You know what? Do you go to a concert? Do you go to a soccer game? Open by night? Ice cold beer at a concert. It's sweet, man. Pilsner Fiend, give it. Boom. On that evening, great beer.
So in Denmark, we have a thing with the Blå Prips from Sweden, right?
Yeah,
2.7% or something. Yeah. It's like, that's not a beer. But the conditions are right.
Yes.
And I had somewhat the same experience with Peroni from Italy.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's a light summer beer and it's not too interesting or anything. And then I sat on the stairs of the Spanish stairs in Rome.
Then it's a great beer.
Peroni.
Hello.
I said Italian people talking, man. So it's like the best beer ever I had.
Exactly. You have to remember that because it's it's so important that the place, the people, the timing, it also changes the product.
Well, then that means all of these beers are going to be good because I feel like we have the right conditions right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling
the place, the people, All right. So now we're gonna change it up because now we're gonna introduce one of your Christmas beers that has a very seasonal and a U.S.
beer, great
and a U.S. pumpkin beer.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna do two at the same.
We're gonna do two at the same time, so we get two glasses and try these.
Great, let's do that. Then we can compare them.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yes.
All right,
God,
we're back for now a special comparison, and one of these is going to be one of your beers.
That's right.
Would you like to explain the story behind
we can start. The story behind this was actually a meeting with Co-op Denmark where we were talking about seasonal beers, Christmas, and then Halloween. So we actually decided to combine some holidays here. So we have a beer that's called Julebryg. We took a skeleton and put him in a Santa suit. And so we made a Christmas beer that we launched for Halloween also because there's pumpkin. And then we're using the spices in American pumpkin pie. So actually you have 3 holidays here. You have Halloween, you have Thanksgiving, and you have Christmas in one bottle. I mean, this is marketing genius. If you ask me.
I've been eager since you explained this to try this.
So we're going to give you guys a shot of this. And then so people understand, this is our most spicy Christmas beer. And when you smell and drink this, you have to think of the Danish brunkager, the little cookies, that we get to Christmas. So this is what we have here. So
all right, now on this side,
what we're going to present
is now.
Oh, it's a can.
Yeah, it's a can. It's a pumpkin beer, which is I think in the last 8 years, pumpkin beers have become super popular
in the U.S. They went crazy.
Yeah. But this is a pumpkin nitro. And that means it's going to be nice and smooth. It's even got one of those little, balls in it and stuff that makes it nice and smooth from Southern Tier. I think it's
wasn't that the Guinness that did that with the little ball in their cans?
Like Boddington's and a few other ones, and have the ball, and it helps. I mean, it does. I think it makes it taste better out of the can for sure, in my opinion. Not that I've tried the same beer with or without a little ball in it to compare the two, but so it's an Imperial Pumpkin Ale.
Okay. What's the percent on that one?
8.6.
Let me give you mine. So we're at only 6.5 here.
All right. You said 8.6, and this is brewed in Southern Tier, which is interesting since it's from New York. I guess. Yeah. I guess if you live in Maine, that would be Southern.
Yes.
So I'm a pumpkin beer virgin. So I'm gonna try one.
So I brought this back when I visited the U.S. in September.
smooth. It's like cream.
I'm gonna let you. I'm not saying anything. I'm gonna be the guy sitting in the middle.
Okay, so we're gonna drink his beer first.
Yeah. So
okay.
Just the smell is very. It's very strong and sweet and spicy and open. This one is a little more sweet. Like cake
for sure.
It's more cakeish.
Because pumpkin is often affiliated with like pies and sweetness. So, yeah, there's a spice like right at the end that I didn't taste, but it kicked it in at the end. Yeah.
There's a lot of sweet that comes at the end of that compared to mine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like night and day.
Yeah. Super sweet.
It's almost hard to compare them because you get this one first, and I think if you had this one alone, it would be. I mean, it's got a very good aftertaste.
Yeah.
I like the aftertaste, but man, it went from this to sweet.
Yeah, and this one is more like a natural flavor, whereas this one seems to be added.
The other thing you need to know is
flavor you're not used to.
Pumpkin doesn't give a whole lot of flavor, I think, in a beer.
Yeah,
it's more the spices you use with the pumpkin that come through. For the pumpkin, yes, I'm sure there's something that comes, but it's not like boom.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I mean, pumpkin is more typical in the U.S. to have in a lot of different.
There's got to be some
forms and flavor, pies and all kinds of stuff. So it's a flavor I'm more accustomed to. So for you, it probably tastes unnatural because it's not something you would ever really.
I wish they put something on the spice. There is a spice in here. It's like the Nellica.
Yeah.
I get it. The after flavor. Which is not wrong. Pumpkin, orange, and those. Isn't that what are we pushing the orange? That Nellica. Yeah. What do we call that in America? Nellica.
Nutmeg.
What?
Nutmeg.
No.
Nutmeg?
No, that's Muscade nut. And Nellica is
Cloves.
Cloves. Yes, I think you're right. Yes, I always have a hard time with spices. Back and forth, the aroma in this as it warms up is coming through also. But it's sweet. You have to want sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, I smell pumpkin pie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And remind me, what spices did you put in this one?
Yeah, I mean everything that's in a pumpkin pie, and I don't have the list, but that's the mix that they've made.
Yeah.
So it's when you take the recipe for pumpkin pie, those are the spices they blended together to put in it, and use pumpkin. So 2 different things.
Yeah.
Pumpkin.
And I'm all into spices and beers, so I really like this one.
Yeah.
Not too much of a fan of this one. Very sweet.
As you said, you were a virgin.
Yeah. True.
But you have to understand too. The thing is, when you work with spices, you got to be careful with some because if you put too much, that's all you taste.
Yeah.
And then it takes over the beer.
I would say
ginger, star anise, coriander. They're very dangerous. Used not healthy, dangerous. But they can
the impact on the overall profile.
Yes.
Can be, this pumpkin tastes the same each time it is in your face.
Yeah.
And yours also has. I was so I'll be. I mean, you're here. I'll be honest. I was skeptical when you described it because of what you just said.
Yeah.
Like all the description made me think like this is going to be in your face, right? Because there's so much, but it doesn't taste that way at all. I mean, it does have a really good. I mean, this is my favorite.
So when you experience different things through a product, that's like it
can't trust you with bottles.
Yeah, man. But it's like this. It's like when I talk to beer raters, and they're at a beer festival and they say, I rated 150 beers this weekend, and I'm like,
yeah, right.
You know what I say to myself is that you haven't experienced the beer.
Yeah.
A mouthful of beer is not a description for the beer. The beer experience is from start to finish and through. And that's when you really, some things you get in your mouth the first time and you think, again, no, not too, and it, so that's the whole thing. For me, it's even hard here tasting with you.
Yeah.
We're taking a couple sips and we're trying to figure it out. But when you sit with a bottle and an hour and a friend and you drink the beer, it's a different experience than if you drink a mouthful and say. And these two are a perfect example. I can see myself drink this, but in small quantity and at the right time with the right dessert on the side or whatever it's going to be. This one a little bit different.
We talked a lot about these two beers. I think it's voting time. I think this one qualifies out as a Christmassy beer.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I think
this
one
can land in the Christmas world.
This one I'm crazy about. I know
but I hit the Danish taste buds. Yeah,
and I saw where it's stored. I know. I see you have almost like 3-4 pallets.
No, we have 3 or 4 layers. We have about we have 1.5 pallets left this year.
Okay, so you'll have a half a pallet left after we leave.
Oh, no, but if you have a trailer and your card is good.
So I think you're disqualified from the voting.
Yes, I will.
Biased.
No, I am biased.
I think you know where I want this.
And I would agree.
Sorry, here goes.
I like that one.
But I think
we'll put that on the summer selection, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is the wrong season for me. Man, a warm summer day, boom.
All right, here we are with a half-naked Santa Claus, Julebryg juice from Amma Brewhouse.
How would you say Amma in American?
Oh yeah,
Amager.
Amager.
But I got an Amager.
Yeah, but luckily for me, my first.
Hi guys.
My very first job in Denmark was on Amma, so I learned that very fast.
Yes.
So I was not
even. Sorry for cutting in, but it's like the tradition of the right way to say is Amma. But if you live in Amma, it's like Amma. Like shortening it down. Really.
And one thing I want to tell you is that what you mentioned about just how much microbreweries, smaller breweries depend on Christmas a bit. I mean, this season is being something, and so far this is the 3rd time we've done this at Christmas time, and we've yet to replicate a beer. There's so many options. We have
couple hundred.
Yeah, we've replicated breweries.
Yeah.
But we've never had the same beer twice.
I would guess.
Keep going.
If I look back, 300, 350 Christmas beers a year.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, but this is,
if not more.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time we've had something from Amma, though.
Yeah.
Okay. I think.
Yes.
Because we try again to be geographical,
Yeah,
where we
travel the world.
We've got Toothun, we got Julebryg, and now we've got.
And we got
Schilland.
Oh, Amma.
Sorry.
Amager.
Yeah.
And this. Yeah, I'll let you read the
little hazy IPA. I got my glasses on.
Yeah. I think this is my style. I think I'm gonna like this one.
Oh, it's juicy.
What's the percent alcohol?
Here, I'll give you the stats here. Where did he put it here? And then again, 6.5. 6.5. Here's something that I like. They write on their can, and then now I'm going to do a little commercial. And they write here is unfiltered and unpasteurized. And there's another brewery in Denmark that does the same, and we write it right here, unfiltered and unpasteurized. And when you filter beers and you treat them with heat, you kill the product, and you take flavor and aroma from the beer. So I really like the fact that it's unpasteurized and unfiltered. All beers have a little bit of sediment in the bottle or the bottom of the can. They're unclear. That's okay. It is not a brewing mistake. Yes, God. So that's very important. I like that when I buy beer.
And so as we know, again,
this is awesome. I can tell already I'm loving it because I am to very dark beers and very bitter. Yeah. Give me the hops, but do it in the right way.
Yeah.
And this is very fruity.
Yeah. No, not over exaggerated.
And I'm getting grapefruit in a big way. Citrus grapefruit.
Yeah, you're right.
And isn't it? Oh, you can smell it, man. It's almost like having grapefruit juice.
It
man.
is.
I mean, this is just juicy.
It's truly a juice, right? And with a summer twist, I would say, from the label.
That's why Santa's half naked, I guess. He doesn't need all his warm winter clothes.
Yeah.
Either that, or he lives in Finland, where they're out doing the sauna and the winter bathing. Yeah, tumbling up here, but not everybody is going to...
No. I like it. I don't feel the Christmas spirit.
No, so to me, I don't think it even hits the top 3. I believe it, in my opinion. But that's also because I don't like IPAs. It doesn't taste Christmas.
Personally, maybe I put it here.
It's just
tell me another thing. What does not pasteurizing it due to the storage.
Well, basically, longevity, the shelf life.
Yes, shelf life.
The shelf life.
New
let me tell you, a beer. How long can a beer last? You know, I mean, shelf. How long can you keep your fingers from it is the first thing. You know, but the next thing is the higher the alcohol, the more residual sugars, and the more hops you use, the longer it can age. And it can be 5, 10, 50. It's going to be just like a wine, and it's going to top at one point or another and then go down. But the thing you have to understand is it develops because it's also, you know, it's the product is alive right now. It's not killed, it's not dead. I don't know how long. Nobody knows, you know, when it's best. And I mean, for IPAs, I like to drink them fresh. The best place to drink an IPA, if you want me to tell you, is from the tank. It's from the tank. Yep. But that is where you get it all, because hops will the aroma and the flavor will fade or diminish over time. Yes.
How many tanks you had? 6?
We have 12.
12.
Yes.
Okay. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So we normally do a lineup.
There's 3 of us.
Yeah. No problem. We do. We're just from the tanks. You know, they're just not all ready at the same time. But I can't.
know.
So how long a beer can hold, nobody really knows. But you should never throw a beer out because of the sales date before you've tasted it. Because if it tastes good, drink it, man. It's not going to kill you. You're not going to die from it. You know, a little glass of bad water, you're done. Man, a bad beer, you're gonna live. You know,
you might appreciate this story. When we moved to Denmark, I had this bad habit of buying a lot of beer and then like forgetting I have it because it's in some hidden corner of my house.
That's how we met.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, let's drink beer, and so we moved to Denmark, and I had so many beers, and I get by when I travel, you know, and come back. Actually, I like Jacobsen, so whenever I come to Denmark, I bring back. I have bottles of that, and so we're like, well, we can't just throw this stuff out when we move.
No.
So we probably had 60 or 70 different bottles. We opened and tasted every single one of them, even if it was just a sip. Some of them were fine, some of them were not so great.
Exactly.
It was a mix, but we tasted, and our whole kitchen for like 4 or 5 days just smelled of beer from, because like what we didn't drink, we poured down the drain, you know. So we're like sipping every one, pouring it down the drain.
But you store them dark and cool.
Yeah.
And you know what? Always taste something before you throw it out. It's
Absolutely.
Not once it's fermented, it's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
It might taste like
horrible,
but that's okay. You know. And some people look at the date and they go, "I got to throw that out. Got to throw it." No. It's not going to kill you.
Amen.
Amen on that. Skål for det.
Skål.
Tak for lidt humle.
Yes.
Yes, next. Okay, wait.
All right, we're back.
We don't want to be looking too happy.
Yeah.
It's only a Christmas taste.
So this is økologist.
Økologisk?
Yeah, and you were.
It comes from Løgges Mose.
And you weren't sure where this actually came from.
We can't see where it's produced. It's produced for Løgges Mose. It says right here. Fremstillet for Løgges Mose food. In other words, produced for Løgges Mose, but it doesn't say who makes the beer, so we don't know the brewery.
But probably in Czech Republic.
No, it's Danish. I'm sure I would go up. It's somewhere in Denmark, but it's not on there.
But what I like is it's accessible. This is like a pretty this.
Yeah.
It's a big organization, and their distribution, I'm sure, is huge.
Yeah.
That's, of course, the key to this game. You know, you can make the world's best beer,
but if nobody can find it,
nobody knows you exist, nobody can find it. You know, it's a tough business.
Yep.
I don't. My first impression, I don't taste anything special.
Yeah.
To me,
it's almost like classic.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad, but it's also not like, holy moly, you need to try this. You know?
I agree. It's a beer.
Yeah. I think that's
is it brewed well? Can you drink it? Yeah. Yes. But is it special? Not really.
Nope.
Not at all.
But drinkable. I mean,
it's not a bad beer.
No, I'm not giving it a bad. But you're not getting me to go woohoo.
No, not at all.
No. If you didn't tell me it was a Christmas beer. But there's a lot of them, even in our assortment. If you look at my Christmas beers, we have some that it's Christmas, but it doesn't have to be a Christmas beer. You know, it works well with the Christmas food or that time. But alone, Without the label, without the bottle, without the packaging, you would never guess Christmas.
Yeah.
You would never guess Christmas.
It's a good lunch beer.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Move on.
Yeah.
No?
No, that's
Okay.
doesn't exist in this world. All right, now we're back to you're back to one of your beers.
Yeah.
Ooh. Goyur.
Go you!
Yeah.
Det kan vi godt lide at sige i Denmark. We like to say that in Denmark. It's a, Merry Christmas. Yeah. And this is one of our 6. This is a Belgian-style beer. The focus is on the yeast and the malt. And it's a little Christmassy because we're using a little bit of bitter orange peel, coriander, nellica. I'm missing something else. Oh, bitter orange peel, did I say that?
Yeah.
What am I missing? It's my beer and I can't remember it. No, that's right. Nellica. Perfect. Should we try? Yes. Boom. This is a little over 6 if I remember. 6.1. So again, this is, but you can see our beers are all, they're going to, a little cloudy also. All the bottles have a little sediment at the bottom. And then let's give it some nose. Here the yeast notes are coming through. It's just like you remember this one? The Wheat Peters. Yeah, this is where you're getting the yeast to come through.
Yeah.
But this one, I mean, has a little bit of bitterness at the end. It's not an over-spiced beer. It's a light beer.
It's got more Christmas in the smell than in
and the taste.
I don't like the bitterness so much, but that's just my
but it has a light bitterness. There's no doubt. But those spices, coriander, can give you some bitterness also.
Oh yeah.
Kind of no sweetness.
No sweetness.
No sweetness. So.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's the
that's the first. I mean,
better that way than the other way.
On camera, at least.
Usually, true.
Exactly.
We did have a quick lunch break or meal break.
And this again is your lunch beer again, or you just want to sit and share a beer with somebody. It's not an overly spiced beer. Of the 2 Christmas beers that I have here, that one is much more Christmas than this one.
100%.
Yeah, and I have to agree.
I absolutely love this one.
Yes.
And I really like this one for the beerness.
Yes.
And not so much for the Christmassiness.
Yeah, exactly.
But I really, when you open it, when you poured it, I really felt the Christmas spirit. Yeah. So I would say this one qualifies to be on the 3rd place for me because this one wasn't very Christmassy. You want to keep it.
I feel like I'm
taking my out of this one.
Yeah. I feel like, and this isn't just because I'm friends with Peter, because I think in the end that might end up moving off the 3rd list in the end. But I don't like the bitterness.
Yeah,
that has much more bitterness than Peter's,
and I'm not a bitter at all.
Then we take it out.
Yeah. Oh, good. We're still friends.
Well, you and I.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Oh, wait.
He's I'm not in the middle anymore.
All right, you're getting the lowdown here. It's a Julebryg Aarhus. Bygmand Vilmand. Byg. Hold on. 6%. Nellica. All right, you're right. I haven't seen this one. Appelsine. Orange peel. Olie.
Oh.
I don't know what that means. I've never seen that. Appelsine skal olie, or orange peel oil.
Yeah.
Okay, that's new. Nellica. And it's okay, let's see what it is. I have no clue.
Yeah.
Oh boy, the smell is
farty.
Yes, absolutely.
I would say to be musty.
Musty.
It's like. I
mean, it's.
No, yeah. I'm glad you said it first, and you agreed before I said it.
Yeah.
But I have a basement.
Yeah.
Keller. I don't know if that's good or bad in the flavor.
It doesn't start well though. If that's the first.
But the finish isn't too bad.
And that's the fun part about beer. Aroma and flavor do not always go hand in hand.
Yeah.
You can not like the aroma and the flavor very nice, and you can like the aroma and the flavor not very nice.
Oh, I feel like there's still a taste of fart in the in the taste too. Not that
I have never in any blogging, in any rating a red fart in the beer. This is the first, so I am going to keep myself out of this. But now you're giving me like
what did you call it? Musty.
Yeah, like the when you're in a basement, that musty.
Well, that's like moldy.
Yeah, well, it's kind of got it's got that killer.
Like a moisture, kind of musky moisture. Yeah. That musk is what you would in America. Musk would
be musty.
Musty.
I don't know if you know what I mean, like that.
Because that's not far from what you.
It's like my grandmom's house,
That was about to say. That's what you'd say to politely say that an old man smells bad. It's a little bit musty.
Man, actually, put your nose to it now. It changes. It's not
as strong as it was.
Not even close.
Immediately, it was so strong.
Yeah, and they show now that you've had its flavor. That's the thing about beer. It does give it some time, let it open up, and because now it's not near the same as it was the first.
Intense. Yeah.
And I always tell people, if you want to compare beers, I've had so many people drink one of my beers, like my Imperial Stout, and say, "Oh my goodness, that's just like Guinness." Not that Guinness is a bad beer, but if you the only way you compare something is taste them together at the same time, where you go back and forth, aroma, color, flavor, because that's the only way. Your brain does not remember what you tasted yesterday. Yeah. There's no memory says, "Oh, that tastes just like the one I had too." No.
I will say that the smell is almost gone now.
Yeah, and try to warm it up a little bit. It softens up the taste as well.
Yeah. Last time Christmas we had that. What was the beer that you got at Holy Fridge? That was in collaboration with that band.
Yeah.
That I said smelled like sweaty, dirty socks.
Yeah.
There's always one in the bunch, right?
Yeah.
That's like Citrahumle.
Yeah.
It's like armpit in a good way. It depends on what the ingredients is. It doesn't mean it's wrong. Yeah. It's just not a flavor that is or an aroma some people like. Yeah.
Well, I would say that this is not in the top 3, in my opinion.
Next.
This is. I'm going to try to say this.
Yes, very good.
Aru.
Yeah.
Aru.
I don't even know. Are we in Denmark?
Yeah.
Double A.
Oru.
Yeah, Oru. Ligesom.
Yeah. So we visited this brewery on our trip to Sunderborg, and Ole, who's the brewer, super nice guy, and I saw this. We were at Esko last weekend.
Esko Slot.
Yes,
must be
at the.
I'm translating. Esko Slot
at the Christmas market, and they were selling beers, and I saw this. I'm like, oh, we absolutely have to get this and try it because the brewery and they were super nice. I mean, this little island is so cool, and the brewery was good. So I'm glad we found. And this is a that most Danes don't even know where this island is.
No, so. I actually didn't. Yeah, And I'm not Danish.
Almost.
Yes.
There's a ton of flavor and a bit of sweetness. Boy, I taste Christmas 100% in
Big time.
Yeah, this is very Christmas tasty.
Very good. Good balance. With the aroma, the flavor, not overspiced, not too much sweetness, but the sweetness is there. The light bitterness to rinse it up, not bad.
Yeah.
I like it. This one is not bad, dude. Huh. I wish, what I wish they did is that they gave a little more of a description of the beer. Yeah, beer or what their thing is, because I have a palate that can get some things. I'm not a sommelier, but I would like to hear more of their thoughts because it's awesome. The nose, I love it. And the mouthfeel, there's a light fullness, not big full, but it's only 6%.
It's a very honest beer. It's
And the other thing is, you can drink a bottle of this without getting tired of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a long aftertaste.
No.
That kind of goes away, but wow.
Yeah. I would say
that's Christmas.
All the way up there with the Christmas, and even not.
I'm not doing anything up here. You guys do what you want.
Yeah, because you're.
No, but I'm not battling with anybody because. but very good.
Yeah.
I give it a very good.
Yeah. I would say it's very comparable to our Julebryg.
Not in terms of taste, but in terms of quality and stuff.
Quality and rating, it's something different from yours.
It can go anywhere up on that. I'm telling you, it could be here, it could be here, or it could be here. Anywhere.
Yeah.
It deserves to be up there. I can tell you that.
I feel like on one hand it is a bit more Christmassy than yours, but also because you're tackling other seasonal tastes.
Very Christmas.
More than just Christmas.
But we don't really know what they. But it has the Christmas.
Yeah, I mean the first taste was Christmas. And smell.
Yeah.
What do you think, Peter?
I honestly really want to taste it again together with your beer.
But you can't.
I can. It's still.
Yeah, you can take a little bun mouth. Wow. Up, man.
So I think that in terms of Christmas, it's all the way up there. And but I really like. Let's put it here for now, and then see if we need to do anything. I would say it's these guys are 1 and 2 or 1.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Which one?
And Peter,
this one or that one?
Peter, yeah.
You could still hold Peter's up there and take them.
Well, I think no matter what, Peter's is probably left the top 3.
I would hate to lose this one on my Christmas table, and I could actually probably forget this one.
Yeah, but now this system is being abandoned.
Yeah, basically.
It's tough because it's
You're only going to have different. 3 there. It's not because the other beers don't work. Yeah, that's the whole thing.
This is
nothing
beauty.
Right, nothing wrong. Just
I gotta
3
say,
people trying to.
This is the beauty of our previous rating mechanism style is nothing was going away.
Yeah,
we were adding. You know.
So this one for me goes out.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? Yeah,
I'm okay because I like the lighter.
Yes.
Good enough.
So I thought it would be fitting to go from Aru to Eru. Eru.
Yep.
Eru.
Which when I tried to describe Aru, people typically think I'm talking about
because nobody knows that.
Exactly.
Where is that?
Yeah. But here we are with
you mean Eru.
No. Eru Strong Rudolph is what we're going to try here. And I do like this brewery. In general, and I have typically drink out of my Eru glasses. What's the percent? This is definitely super dark.
Yeah, my kick.
I was going to say 12, but that's a date.
No, yeah. No, this is 7.0. Okay, it's on the front.
I feel that it's the labeling or the naming of it, Strong Rudolph, 7%, yeah. But I don't get the strong beer feeling. Even the last one.
It's a beautiful color.
Yeah, it is. Amber.
Aroma.
Yeah.
I feel like this is one of those beers, if we hadn't had a bunch already, I'd have slightly different feelings about it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's in that group of beers that would work really well.
Yeah.
But it's not sticking out in any way.
No, exactly.
It's well brewed. Flavors there. If there's a good fullness, some sweetness.
If I was to compare it with some of the other ones in the same category, these malty caramelish.
That's kind of where you're at. It's not like a spicy, Christmassy. No,
but it's less bitter than the other ones.
Yeah, it has sweetness.
Yeah,
there's some malt sweetness.
And I actually like that.
And the bitterness.
I can taste some of the carbonation though that I don't really like. But
I
don't think it is not in the top 3. No.
No. Let you guys decide.
Yeah. No.
Man, a good beer, we could definitely drink it. Definitely.
You ready? Yeah.
Last Christmas beer.
We're on to our very last Christmas beer, and it's the largest bottle.
Oh,
and it does not require a bottle.
No, that's
okay. It's Julebryg Ul, and Gibi. This is in Q, right?
Yeah, but this back when beer craft revolution started in Denmark, They were big and huge.
Yeah.
Gourmet Bourgogne. Can you remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes, they were big
Everywhere,
time.
yeah.
And they went, I mean, didn't they get a börsnoteret?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And it was a ton of money, and they're everywhere, all over. And then all of a sudden, boom, gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now back again.
Yeah.
All right, well, see if I can get this open. Ready? Let's hear the nice noise. It's almost there.
That's it.
Oh,
There we go.
subtle.
Very good.
Can you flick the cork the same way?
No, but we can throw.
This one's super. What's the 8.7 or something?
Yeah, we're over the
8.5.
8.5.
8.5.
Beer.
Smells good. Beer. Yeah,
Oh.
you haven't said that yet. That's very important that you get that in.
Oh, we had the Duff Beer Award first year. Remember that?
And then it's water, bygmalt, hvidmalt, kuldioxid, I don't know why, humle, and extract af julekrydderier. Urter og sukker. Extract, what does
So
that
that's
mean?
like
Is that like instead of spices
like
used of
actual-
flyderne? Eller? I don't know what extract.
I think it's got a nice flavor.
Malt sweetness, definitely in my eyes, Christmas.
Yeah.
A lot of sweetness.
I got the Christmas.
Yeah.
Belgian style, that's the sweet, the malts, the yeast playing together. Ikke dårlig.
Not.
Nye, I like it. I love the color, man. The color is beautiful.
I like
Man, that is just so...
what I like about the size of the bottle is it implies sharing and experiencing this with somebody else. I mean, I'm sure some people can
Not
drink
for
the whole
me.
thing. Yeah,
Not for me. Nah, we call this a Kerbaya. No, Sabai. No, you're right. I agree. But that's the half liter you can share too. The small
but this-
33s is not.
Yeah,
a
but
share.
this one you have to.
Yeah. It's like a bottle of wine.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
do it yourself, then you have a problem.
Yeah.
Yes. Men, here's the other thing. This is produced in Belgium. I just read here. Okay. So you're getting a Belgian brewery over this, you know, so it's not Danish. Yeah, because it says right here, produced in Belgium for Gourmet Bourgogne, Denmark.
Interesting.
So it's produced in Belgium because I think it's done very well. The malt sweetness, the yeast,
Professional.
Yeah.
Cheese beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Like where you would serve a barley wine.
Yeah.
You could serve. They're not bad, and you know what? But I agree. I couldn't drink a lot. It's you take a glass or two.
And it's
There you
heavy.
go.
I mean, like alcohol content.
Yeah, sweetness does that though. That's the same with barley wines, and that's to take a whole barley wine by yourself, man. You have to be really ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is really tough because this is a bit in my style.
This is Christmas though.
Yeah.
It is Christmas.
Absolutely.
And definitely works with Christmas food, the Christmas hygge.
So if I was to think about this in top 3, I would say it's not here 1 and 2, but it could be number 3. I would hate to lose this on my Christmas table.
Well, then you make 4 places then, or 3, because there's no reason you can't. Because this one really works.
It's not as Christmassy.
No, it's not Christmassy.
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, but it works for the Christmas lunch, we So you can do like this and say we keep this up for because this is also a good game line. If you drink a lot of this, you're gonna want something like this afterwards. You know what I mean? If you want to go out and party.
Exactly.
So I think we take 4 positions here.
I think that's a reasonable compromise.
Don't you?
Yes.
I'm the guy in the middle making the compromise.
Exactly.
Love it.
As we're doing in the political overmidden.
One thing that with this Christmas beer tasting, I think is different from some of the other ones we've had. The beers haven't been very heavy, right? So and I associate that as well with this is when we bring in the winter storm and the heavy beer and
no stouts.
Well, we are about to change that.
I think so.
Yes. Let's change.
Are you teeing that up?
Yes.
So we've got to. I'm gonna take one more sip.
The whole thing is scripted.
Yeah.
Wait, it's rolling over here.
Yeah, teleprompter.
Yes.
He's afraid.
I didn't. Okay.
So in a moment, what we're gonna do is don't go anywhere because we have a couple special beers that we're gonna wrap up at the very end. Peter actually alluded to it a moment ago when he spoke about some stouts that we hadn't tried yet. Yeah. But to conclude the actual Christmas beer portion of this, we do have to come away with a victor.
Yeah.
And I think you know, it's really tough.
I think it's the way it is good enough.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of like what you guys picked.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think instead of having 3, we will take Peter's because you know what? It can fit.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I mean, I think this is good, and I really like what Ole's doing. And I mean, obviously, your beer was, fantastic as well. But it's all
you know
situational too.
Again, it's up to this, who you are, and I think we did the best job we could.
Yeah. So I'm sitting with one word for the top 2 beers. Super honest. Is that one word?
Yeah.
That's
in
2
Danish,
words. That's maybe 2
in
words.
Danish it would be one word, but in English maybe
No,
2.
super ærligt.
I would put that in one. But I really. So these 2 beers will be on my Christmas table this year.
Now the problem is the Aru beer is not easy to find.
No.
Yeah, true.
So you
But
got to take a trip out to.
You could look on the net, maybe.
Possibly, I think he does
shop
ship
or
some
something.
stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, as I mentioned, he only has so much capacity. So he.
It's a small brewer, but he does a really good job there.
Absolutely.
But really, that was Christmas for me.
Yeah, and actually, just to mention, his other beers are very German influenced because he's so close to the border. A lot of like German style stuff. But anyway.
Let's
super
hope
good.
not too much success after this video.
Well, I hope he sees Ole. I will email you to make sure you check out this. He was super fantastic when we visited him. But
great job.
Yeah.
Good beer.
And I do think we need to mention, I know we don't have a special category, but that Tuul was...
That's got to be summer, guys. You need to trade... That was like... I will give it in the innovations category, and the biggest surprise beer of the day because I was expecting something in the beginning that I didn't get, and I got it in the end, and wow! So that's my surprise beer of the tasting.
Maybe we will bring a couple of cans back first Saturday of May.
Yeah, surprise! That was the surprise
and we'll
beer
taste
of the
it
day.
again then when it's starting.
And you
to
know
get
what?
warm.
You know when you program your brain to think about something and it doesn't get it, you get that like what's going on, and then boom! We have some beers for you. Hang in there.
Yeah, we got one more, 3 beers to taste. Actually.
No more. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Instagramming. Also, I don't know when this is going to air.
Yeah.
But in this current...
Would it be this year?
Yeah. I don't know what...
22 or 23?
It'll be one day...
Yeah, January 23, very good.
Week or 2. But in this moment, in our space-time continuum... Morocco's winning 1-0 against Portugal, and it's early in the second half. So we had to take a couple breaks to keep track of what's going on the football match. All right, so
sweet.
Now this upcycle, this is yours, and it's the
second year we've brewed it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I mean, I guess so as a non-Dane, which is obviously what I am.
Yeah.
I guess is this brewed in the tradition of Julebryg or no?
No. And the whole idea is to upcycle something.
Yeah.
You're taking a product that is no longer usable or no shelf life, and you're creating a new product and giving that old product a new shelf life.
But isn't that what Julebryg, in a way, is that not what it is?
Yes, I mean, Julebryg is a different product.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to use a spoon for that.
Yeah.
But
can I not have this with the spoon?
It's not that big. But idea is here we're using old Julebryg, the dark bread from a bakery, and then we put it with other ingredients to make a beer. Another idea could be taking old apples, and fruit, and creating a cider or a beer. So this is like a new thing that we're working with very slowly here. But we have other ideas for other products that become upcycled products.
Very good. All right.
So the style is a brown ale.
Yeah.
You're going to get some beautiful color, some malt sweetness, and there will be a little bit of bitterness.
Beautiful.
Good news, it's not like farts like the... Sorry, make sure you swallow before.
Oh, nice.
That is really good.
Yeah, it tastes nice.
Yeah.
Great balance and a good beer. Of course, we can't make the beer out of just old bread.
Yeah.
It won't work. We've played around with a lot of different things. But we're using about 300 kilos of old bread in the recipe. And if you ask me exactly what it gives to the beer, I'm not sure, but the beer works.
Yeah.
My brewers could probably
I could have a go at that
more.
because what this gives to the beer is, I'm not sure, longevity. It's like it's dragging the taste out to a very long.
I mean,
finish.
I'm still.
Yeah.
I could make this to a Christmas beer if you want to.
Yeah.
Just put another label on it.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
but you know what I mean?
Compared to what we have.
Yeah, man, it would work with a lot of it's. You know, it not because being a smarty, and but it's got that. This could definitely work well with fläskesteg and sauce and good potatoes and food. It's not spiced in any way, but the yeast and the malts and the bread are playing very well together here.
So I'm thinking that this has as a contrary to all the Christmas beers we had today, a welcoming smell that's easy to understand and nice, smooth,
very likable beer. We sell a lot of
likable.
this to a lot of different customers because you don't get offended in any way. It's a very well brewed brown ale.
Not
At 7%.
bitter.
No.
At all.
I mean, I just like the story and the concept behind it.
Yeah, idea is good enough. I
And
mean,
it's great.
I think
the
you're
logo,
seeing
the label, and it's
these
really
are some
nice.
professionals.
Yeah.
The good guys are great. Orbit Red over in Copenhagen. They're the ones that did all the design and work on this. Super creative people. And the whole idea is the world is going this way. I mean, you know.
Sustainability.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, the people were out buying copiers in Bilka because it's cheaper to buy a new copy machine than it is to buy the color, the
ink and stuff.
The ink and stuff. You know, it's a wrong thing. You know, and what's happening in the world today is a good thing. You know, we're saving on gas and energy. At my own home, at my own brewery, we've always done it at the brewery because when you have your own business, man, you have to save everywhere you can. But at home, you know, where we had the radiators turned up every winter, we've turned them down, and we don't realize we're missing anything. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Before it was just full loop, you know. And I go up and turn it on in our bedroom an hour, then I turn it off. We go to bed, and we don't miss it. It's so that's kind of this whole thing is the way of the future. We reuse our boxes here as many times as we can. When I see a box that is really like worn out, I'm like,
yes, sir.
You know.
See, well, then you'd appreciate this because I think Miranda gets slightly annoyed at me.
Yeah.
When we moved, we have like third generation
boxes.
Home Depot boxes still
that
we use when we moved. That I'm like, we gotta conserve these. We have a storage unit,
right? Exactly.
That I feel like a third of the storage unit is just boxes, so I don't have.
So I mean, you got to have a good moving box.
Yeah.
But you know, but that's the whole thing. This is the direction of the future, and stuff like this is kind of fun to work with.
Yeah. So I can.
You can drink all you want because I'm not. I have some more.
Oh, really? So great story.
Yes,
Awesome story. And great beer.
Yeah, good beer.
Yeah.
Good beer.
We're going to move on to another comparison. Because when I was in the U.S., my dad bought a couple beers.
Yeah.
And he really
Are we running?
We are. I think so. We're running.
Are we running?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
My dad really wanted Peter to try. He didn't know you existed.
No,
now,
that's
now
all
he
right.
does.
Yeah,
now he
okay.
does. No, in this moment.
He'll have to come over and visit.
Yeah. He wanted me to have Peter try some beers, and so the pumpkin one I brought, but this is one my dad picked out, and
Dolly,
and it's going to be. This is a Boulevard Bourbon Barrel Quad, barrel aged from Boulevard, which is Kansas City, I think.
Kansas City,
I think
awesome.
is it Boulevard, Kansas City?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
Kansas City, Missouri. Okay.
We're going to.
There, you guys got breweries everywhere over there, man.
We're going to compare this to the Deep Amber Barrel Aged Barley Wine, which is your beer.
I'll let you pour that first.
Very exciting.
We put the first one on the right.
Yes.
The next one on the left.
Yes.
This right.
Yeah, they're two different style beer. This is I can't speak for this one, but this is a barrel aged barley wine. It's been almost 2 years on rum barrels, and then we make a blend So it's not straight from the barrel. It will have a little bit of the fresh to give it a good balance. So you're going to get some fruity notes. You're going to get some rum notes, and you will get the oxidized the air that comes through the wood. Mm-hmm. So it's going to have that oxidized. You can smell it a little bit.
Yeah.
And what is the percent of each? Of these,
this one is at 12.5, if I read it right. 12.2, and this one is only at 10.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So
only.
Yeah, it could be much worse.
Yours has a much stronger aroma, I think.
Oh, there's more aroma in it. And this one has a. Oh man, this is also. No, I'm going to taste.
What are you tasting first? Peter, you're just drinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I took the Midtfyn first. Really like it.
Oh yeah.
Give it a break.
Oh, that's super nice.
Yeah.
It coated my tongue.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Well, No.
And listen, both of these. Who was the one you said the cheeses, man? With cheese.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Cinch you. You serve these like a dessert wine.
Yeah.
Or a port wine.
I was going to say have this instead of
you know
port.
what?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
3 people on a bottle.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
A little glass like this.
Yeah.
And some cheeses.
I think
Man,
you
that's
just described
the
every
stuff.
night for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, I have
in
no
my house.
comments. He could go, as we say in Danish, they could go.
Send my. Well, I can tell you, Josh's dad. Really awesome recommendation.
Great beer.
Great.
Good choice, but guess what? You're missing this one.
I think.
Well, I'm still trying to get them to come visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have to come, and I'll have them installed.
Yeah. Well, what I need. This is what we have to do. Is I got to get 2 things that happen. My parents have to come.
Yes.
And then we need to take a little run around, not just stay in Copenhagen. Come here, stop by on the way. And my brother, by the way, he brews a ton of stuff himself. And I keep saying he needs to come and join Peter and I on a
Denmark
tour
is
around.
a beer mecca.
I know. And me, Jeremy, my brother, and Peter, we can take a run.
I would love that.
That would be amazing. And stop by here, go visit Peter up in Skanderborg. I mean, it'd be fantastic.
Awesome. They don't want to go back, I think.
That's probably why they don't come, man. Exactly.
Be afraid.
We see you.
Yes.
You're welcome. Come visit.
All right, so I can't decide, but both are just great. We don't need to decide.
I don't need to decide.
And actually, we were going to wrap this up.
Yeah, we got to have. We're going to wrap this up with the big. What we have in Denmark
Grande finale.
is a good night beer. Good night beer.
Yeah.
Tell us about this.
This is our new barrel-aged pitch black. Made at the same time as the amber, deep amber, is a barrel-aged imperial stout. Rum barrels again, and then let's let the beer speak for itself.
Hold on, I got it.
Are you ready?
I had to get that out.
Look at the color.
Oh, that is, you said this was like oil.
It's coming.
Wow.
This is just. Denmark taught me to drink dark beer.
Yeah.
When I came from the U.S., I had never had a stout before. I was like, why would you drink that?
Yeah.
But in this dark country, if you look out the windows, it's dark, and you get a little depressed. But look at the head on this.
Yeah.
It is just it's
color.
in a mocha espresso.
Yeah.
Just
Look, it looks just like the what is it called? The head on coffee. The crema,
the foam, the cream,
crema.
whatever. Yeah. But man, it's tons of roasted malts, aged with rum barrels, and
the aroma
well become.
Yeah, and I think coffee lovers would love this beer.
I haven't had a sip yet, so.
Oh, I'm way ahead of you.
And these flavors that you're getting of coffee and mocha.
Yeah.
You know, the chocolate notes that's coming from the raw materials. We have added nothing. Nothing.
It's crazy.
That's the fun part.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's not wrong putting coffee or chocolate in a beer or spices, but this is malt, yeast, hops, water, aged on oak, made a blend, nothing else but those ingredients.
Wow. It's funny. I remember we had one Christmas beer tasting. I think we plotted on our Magic Quadrant from not very good beer and not very Christmassy to it just constantly got better and better and better and better.
Yeah.
And we contemplated that maybe if we tried them in the other order, it would be just the opposite direction. And I mean, We have to try that.
Yeah, but the challenge is like if we started with something like this, it
You can't taste
it would
the other
dilute
ones.
the taste of the other ones.
You start with the lower alcohol,
Yeah.
the more sweetness, and then the more bitter, and the color, and up to the dark bitter. Yeah. It's tough because you know what. I always, when I was in the wine business, people go and taste 8, 12 wines in an evening. Excuse me.
Yeah.
After you've tasted 3, same in beer, 3 or 4, you've already changed your palate.
Good thing.
So basically, if you ask me, you shouldn't taste more than 3 products at a time. 3, that's it.
Yeah.
Do them at the same time too. It could be 3 different stouts. It could be a wheat, an IPA, and a stout. But I don't like to blend IPA with anything because the hops kind of doesn't ruin, but it affects the rest of the beers.
Yeah.
But same styles, do 3 of them. That's it. Because your palate gets it doesn't get easier as you drink beer to taste the flavors.
Yeah.
So, concluding this day.
Yes.
It's tough, right? Because I had such a great experience.
This could be a Christmas beer.
Yes.
and that one, no. But that's the whole thing. That's the whole fun with the beer. The beer Reise, as we say. You're discovering of beer and flavors. Nothing's right, nothing's wrong. It's all up to your own personal.
Right. But also, I really like the story you told that every beer could taste different in a different scenario and different experience. This one, it will be tough to try the same beer in your house, man. I think you need to sell your house and buy a new one.
His house isn't big enough for this beer. We can't film in here with this one.
So,
and this has been such a great night. Thank you.
You guys are the ones that invited me.
You
you invited me, so thank you for the invitation.
Good luck that you were home.
So you know what? The whole thing is I always answer my emails, but I'm really not good at the social media. So I was lucky that I saw yours, and then boom, and then the whole thing works because I always tell people send me an email because I know that gets looked at. But it worked out. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
You're always welcome, and you can always when you have the Americans visiting, bring them over.
Absolutely. This is
we teach them. We'll do it Danish style.
And when we got here, you talked about how you don't speak English that much.
No, I don't. I'm struggling right now.
You're rocking it.
No, but I'm struggling. I have to think.
You're rocking
it. You have a helletail dance.
I'm thinking
you have a helletail
we should bring
dance.
your family here on the first Saturday of May.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's right back here.
Right
now. That's a big party.
Yeah. Well,
we'll make a VIP board.
Thank you so much for letting us come and for joining us.
Thanks to you guys out there too for listening.
And you should come visit the brewery and get some beer. It was fantastic, and they've got a ton more that we haven't gotten to try, like Sunshine. I want to.
There's 20 beers, 25 beers. I don't know.
Thank you so much, and
take care. Merry Christmas.
Have a great
Happy
Christmas.
holiday.
Yeah, good Yule. And
a good Yule. Bow Yule. Good Yule.
All right, we'll see you, Peter.
Yeah.
Say goodbye.
No, so
he's
Merry
busy.
Christmas.
He's busy. He's double
Skål.
fisting now.
Skål.
Skål.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Talk.
See you at Easter. Cheers, Eddie.
Yes,
Cool.
thank you.
Did you?
The beer. And you didn't spill any. Look at this. Well done.